Chanel? Did they splash? Did they drill? Yeah, yeah, champion, huh? Yeah, we here.
Yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. I turn the knob, can't resist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Washington football team.
Set to kick off.
Joey Sly, the kicker, stands ready. And we are underway from FedEx Field. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Geis. Kendall Fuller in on the stop.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Locke working out of the gun. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Locke. Going deep here for Parker. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow.
Complete.
A big play on 3rd there for the Steelers. 44 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Out of the gun, Geis. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Play action. Now it's Locke. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown.
Complete to
Juju Smith-Schuster there to make the grab. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success, putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
25-yard line.
I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, we're from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle, pockets there at ease.
On first down, McDonald, and he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown game.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Looking to throw on second down. McDonald got a man. It's Gibson, complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Antonio Gibson. 11 yards on the play. Brings up third down and 7.
And the Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. From the gun, it's McDonald. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
It's a first down, Washington, on a pickup of 18.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Throwing on first down. McDonald. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he's going to get this inside the 30. This duo locked in. 14 yards there. And a first down.
Washington, first down.
Out of the gun, McDonald. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing, so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game? Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Off the option, he'll try and run with it. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
He's going to keep this again. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. That option pitch we saw, we don't witness a ton of that in the NFL, but it worked there down near the goal line for a score.
And it's actually a great call in goal line situations because as more and more quarterbacks enter the league with that mobility and having run option in college, more pro teams are adding it to their arsenal. And now it's not just, does the quarterback run it? Does he pitch it? Now they've added that third element. He can rise up and throw the ball as well.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Lock. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
1st down, Pittsburgh.
On the handoff, it's Geis. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
2nd and 9 from the 44. Lock gonna throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. 3rd down here.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Shotgun snap to Lock. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a 1st down. Back to the ground game now with Geis. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down in the 38.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Incomplete.
Lock's pass. Thrown away and incomplete. It's 3rd down and 7 yards to go.
Steelers on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 7. Now Locke. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown. Wait, hold a second here. A flag down. Let's see if this will stand. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even
for
know
them?
why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
14.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 14-7. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle, pockets LIDs. 53, Mike, 53. I'm on 53's Mike. Check, 53's Mike.
They'll run on first down. It's Gibson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
He's tackled.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
53's the Mike. 53, check 53.
To throw on second down. McDonald, and he whips that one incomplete there. Antonio Gibson, the intended target. And now it's third down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, McDonald. That'll be caught. It's Steven Sims. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. Open man is Sims. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down.
10 at the 47-yard line.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. Mike, 55.
From the gun, McDonald. He's going to go for a big play downfield. This is intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
1st and 10.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 39 yards there, a big one.
Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running back?
That's what you need for a good counter.
You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well, but they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window.
Timing was great there and a big run. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
24 yards to gain there. Another first down as well.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
They fake the handoff, now Locke. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On play action, Locke. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a 1st down. Geis, they'll try to run him. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Ball carrier brought down at the 2-yard line.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter, 14-7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be... And this time he is in. A great effort there. Taking it in. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
25-yard line.
No hesitation. Don't try my patience.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. McDonald.
And he'll get this to Antonio Gibson complete.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Antonio Gibson. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
On 3rd down, Gibson. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try and run for it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Operating from the gun, McDonald. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
2nd and 10.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Throwing again. McDonald. Steps away to his left. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. After the turnover, here's Locke. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They look to throw. It's Locke. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they're going to stop him here short of the goal line with the flag down. Well, this could set up a very interesting decision. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter.
A 35-yard attempt.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Room to run at the 50. Still going inside the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
35-yard line.
They go play action with McDonald. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
Back at the 31-yard line.
From the gun, McDonald. And he'll complete this to Gibson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
At the 48-yard line.
They run the counter. It's Gibson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
To throw on 2nd down, McDonald. This is brought in by Gibson. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
On 3rd and 2, McDonald. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
right to Geis.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. They go play action here on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
They'll hand it out to Geis. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. Operating from the gun. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Steelers first down.
Shotgun handoff now to Geis. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 2nd and 9. Block. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
And it's third down.
Third and 2. Locke's going to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now at FedEx Field.
24.
It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 10-yard line.
Block now to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Throwing now is Locke. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Mark Andrews.
From 3 yards out. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
It'll work still to do, though.
5-yard line. Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let me feel myself a little bit.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
Washington.
A good pickup there at 22. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory.
The ball carrier.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
9-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
This a quick pass to Davis. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Washington on 3rd down.
They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. The pitch back. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he finds McLaurin. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
On 1st and 10, McDonald. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught.
Washington.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
Here's McDonald to throw. Got a man. It's Gibson, complete.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
It's a loss of 1.
It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Looking to throw on 2nd down. McDonald toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. An opportunity for them to salt this game away after that 4th down stop we just witnessed as they hold a commanding 3-score lead in the 4th quarter. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. From the gun, it's Locke. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here.
To Juju Smith-Schuster.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd down, Locke escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. The Steelers send out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Fielded at the 43. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like,
and he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A big play there. 52 yards.
And Washington able to close the gap just a bit.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late. But they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did.
Joey slide out, a kickoff after the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll try and burn some clock with Geis. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a run with Geis. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. Block off a play action. He's going to air one out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
That's pretty nice to watch as he matched the route with the receiver and stayed right there, stuck to him like glue, almost hip to hip, shoulder to shoulder, helped force the incompletion.
Play action. Now it's Locke. Flush to his right. That is incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
3rd down, here's Geis. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is. And that miss should just about right have finished to this one.
Yeah, they needed 2 scores, and they needed that field goal there to be the first one and still give them an opportunity. But now, with the time left on the clock, I think this one's about finished.
On 1st down, Gibson. Miles Jack there to make the tackle. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
And, partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Got an open man, finds Gibson.
Yeah, he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 17 yards that time at a Washington first.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's McDonald.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion.
Out of the gun, McDonald.
And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. And it's the Steelers that come up with it. And that should just about do it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. It's Geis on the counter. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Final score.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for the Steelers, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys.
Meanwhile, for Washington,
they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.